Do, do. Hello, y'all. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. It's Viv here for my Sunday Live. I can't believe it's actually March 1st. I put on a little lipstick, but I could not find my earrings. And I didn't want to be super, super late. How are you? Now, typically I've been doing a live. Hey, oh, I see the numbers going up right away. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. How are you all doing? I'm stressed out just kind of watching. We're not going to talk a lot about the kind of craziness and what's going on, but I think it's important to touch on it at least a little bit. Hold on, guys. I'm not here. I've got company here and I have to get more comfortable. So how are you? How are you doing? I'm doing this via YouTube's interface, so it's not as fancy. You can comment, right? It says, oh, and I have made it subscribers only, so you have to be a subscriber for at least 5 minutes to be able to comment. Okay, I don't know, I just was feeling that. So if you're watching from the future, say hello. I am a little bit tired, and like I said, it's probably too much. There's so much going on. I want to share with you some of what I'm up to, and I am totally available for pulling cards about how to maybe deal with crazy current times. Okay, so if you would like a card draw, let me know. And now all of a sudden I'm really warm, where before I was not. Hold on, let me see how many layers I'm wearing. Okay, hold on. Oh my goodness. So yes, there's a lot of people have been live today, right? And I know as I do check out certain channels, and right now, like Rick and Halisi, who talk about for Black Americans specifically, becoming an expat. They live in Portugal, and their channel has some overlap with my channel. And so I'm just glad you are here. I will share, like I said, what I'm up to. I think some of you will be interested, and I am going to take you along. My glasses are filthy. Like, I go live on YouTube and I did not check my glasses. Hold on. So I don't have like a super plan for today. I just wanted to hang out with you. I really do invite you, if you know, I'm going to try to kind of keep going live around this time just to establish it, but it does vary a little bit the time that I'm able to go live. Like right now it is 9:30 where I am, and I think it's 4:30 East Coast. And so I don't know. Let me know, guys, like generally what are good times. Now, of course, I can't just like listen to one person, but just let me know what general times you think are good and that you'd be able to join me. Okay, yeah, my glasses are like messed up. So if you're new here, I am a coach and yoga teacher, meditation teacher. I have like a relationship with the word coach. I always say I see a chubby man in a baseball uniform. So, and I don't like life coach either. And I'm not a life coach because you don't need a coach for your whole life. You just need perhaps support in certain areas. So I talk a lot about meditation, energy healing, working with subtle energy through like meridian, like acupressure therapy, through yoga, through affirmations. So body, mind, spirit. So that's what my channel is about. Hey, if you're just joining, say hello in the chat as you come into the virtual room. I'd love to know who's here. And let me see, so I am doing this via YouTube, guys. So I don't think I can put up your comments like I can sometimes with StreamYard. But let me see. And members, definitely say hi if you are here. And let me close some tabs. I will be pulling cards for individuals, and I'm just asking, how are you doing with, to wake up and hear that bombs have been dropped in the name of your country. It is shocking. I would think whatever side you're on, especially since our current president was talking about what he was saying to the people who follow him and to American citizens was, America first, and was talking about no new wars, I believe. And, focusing resources on America. So, it's a shock, I would think, whatever side you happen to be on, to wake up and find out that, we're engaged basically in a war and so much going on. So I really want to know how you guys are. My channel is about wellness and holistic health, and I see two of you are watching right now. Say hello. If you were driving, though, I always say, and of course, for some reason, I always get people when they're driving. You can't chat. Okay. Oh, okay, Gregory. Hey, Gregory. How are you? Who else is here? And yeah, I can't. Can I put you up? No, but it does show like who comments the most. So that is very cool. Hope you're having a good day off from work. Yeah, I can't believe that it's actually March. Um, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm going to share a little bit again with you just what I'm doing. Thank you so much for following the channel. Like I said, if you're new, I mostly, oh, thanks for the hearts. And I'm shifting a little bit. I have to continue reinventing because um I won't go into why, but there's definitely a need to reinvent. Um, Also, please check that you're subscribed. Please, 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 because YouTube in the back end, I can see it. They give you a lot of analytics, and you guys, I'll gain subscribers and then they'll like take them back. Now, there's definitely a thing about bot subscribers across YouTube, but it's very strange. My subscriber count is like literally, it'll go up and then they'll bring it back down to like the exact number. So, guys, check that you are still subscribed if you did before, because they definitely undo. And because it's all AI now, okay, it can make mistakes. Like it'll be like, oh, this person isn't shouldn't be subscribed for some reason, because I can see it. I can't see like your name or anything, but it'll be like, gain 20. And then the next day they're like, lost 18. Oh, we'll take away two more. So it's really weird, you guys. And I'm not the only one saying that. YouTube does do that sometimes. So I will be drawing cards around the theme of how to deal with the crazy. That's my theme today. Let me know what you think about this wallpaper. It's not exactly to my taste, is all I'm going to say. I think it is a style called the artist, that it definitely is the pattern, because many of you may not know I am an artist by background, and this is like a William Morris pattern. I guess a famous British illustrator, but a lot of pattern. And so it's very, to me, it feels very more old-fashioned, but it's, you know, it is what it is, as people say. So like I said, I'm going to be digitally pulling up some cards. I will pull a card around, like, what can you do to stay balanced through current turbulence? And that's my theme. Hold on, let me just get it ready so that I can pull for anyone. Yeah. Gregory, do you want to say how I mean, it's totally up to you, but again, I can see how many folks are watching. Do you want to share how you're doing, what your thoughts are, especially in terms of always bringing it back to wellness, to our mental state, our emotional well-being, our spiritual well-being? Let me know how you're doing. I really, really do want to know, because I feel like with so much going on, and folks, I can feel it, are so busy and preoccupied. Some of you maybe haven't watched in a while, so if you're in the replay, watching from the future, let me know how you're doing. I also, really quick, let me talk about a survey I had put up in my hold on here, in my post section of the channel of Yoga Bliss Dance. There's a place where I can write little posts, okay? And please, 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 there's a survey. I'm looking at it right now, and it says, "Hey, beautiful, ongoing need of your help. I'd love more engagement with the videos. Please tell me what topics you want to see more of." And like I said, some of it I really believe is some auto unsubscribing. And also, I've been doing a lot of different things, and YouTube does not like that. And it won't show, it doesn't know who to show the channel to if you talk about different topics. So please, please, please help me out with this survey. So I write, please tell me what topics you want to see more of now. And yes, I'm mixing it up. I'll be adding more yoga, okay, as much as I can film it, because as I mentioned a couple times, guys, I'd love to do the yoga videos for you, but they're more complicated to film. You need a room that doesn't have a lot of furniture. Like, think about it. Like, can you see me doing yoga against this furniture? This like and the like burgundy and the wallpaper. So filming yoga is just complicated. So I know right now 36% of you in the survey, I'm looking at it right now on my screen. The majority are like, yeah, I'd like to see yoga practice videos. The next biggest is wellness, holistic health practices. Like I have a video on the tapping that I was showing. Um, to move the lymph, which is very important to our health. So 27% of you said, yes, you like that. Chakra meditation was the third. Actually, it's a tie. So yoga practice videos, wellness or holistic health practices, and that's great. I'm happy to hear that. And chakra meditations, affirmations were then fourth, because in the past, my affirmations have done really well. So I'm really confused. Please, please talk back to me. Let me know what you're wanting. What do you enjoy? Don't even think of it as what you're wanting, because I think that's hard for people. They're like, I don't know. I don't know. Think about what have you liked on my channel? What did you like to watch? What are your favorite older videos? Does that help? Think of it that way. So I may just go ahead and pull for a theme. Hey, if you're just joining, my question to you is, how are you dealing with the craziness that's happening? And as I always say, my channel is about spirituality and wellness. You can say you're not affected or you're not paying attention, but we're all in an energetic soup. Like where I end and you start, there's an energy, and maybe that is my theme. I feel like I want to talk about that. So, whether Black or white or Hispanic, I'm seeing, of course, more and more people are, well, in some cases, being sort of forced to and pushed into and segregated into their groups and belittled and all of that. And then some are also, again, because of everything going on, are sort of retracting into safety of our individual groups, ethnic groups, tribal, racial. That is a thing that's really happening. And I just want to say that, and I've said this before, but yeah, it's going to be one of my themes. This is what they want. The powers that be want to, it's so basic, but some of you are young who watch my channel, and literally the concept of divide and conquer. If you can cut people into separate little groups, smaller groups, you can control and you can play. You've seen it in video games, you've seen movies. You play one group against the other. You get this group to hate this group, and then you get this group to hate this group. And then you can just watch. If you're like the kingpin, you just watch them fight and they just take each other out. And that is what's happening. And so many people, I'm not saying you, if you're watching this channel necessarily, um, but that's kind of the power play, right? Be above the fray, above the fight, and manipulate so that everybody starts to hate everybody else. And then they're like battling with each other, like in old 60s movies. Remember, like bad movies that were really colorized, okay, set in like Roman times, and they're battling. But you're above it all, and they never sort of see you as the kingpin or the controller, okay? That's a lot of what's happening right now. And I actually, as I say that, it's a lot of what's always been happening. There are different, I think, tools that allow the very powerful and very wealthy to kind of overlord with more ease. So you guys, what do you think? And I will definitely look at your comments. I see the numbers go up, they come back down. Some of you pop off, you pop back on. What do you think about um, what's your take spiritually and maybe psychologically on what's going on? This is what I see and what I wanted to share with you, and maybe it'll hit some of you to be aware of falling back just into hating the other group, because then what you're doing, and I'm going to say this, there's some folks that I love that I watch on YouTube. Um, there are, some, I would just say women of color. I was going to say it like that, who I love watching them. They're doing like fabulous things, but at times, and it is actually exciting. I'm going to be very honest, it's invigorating. They'll start a little bit of, okay, praising, they'll like praise. And my point is that you're doing exactly what the people who you dislike are doing. You uplift this one group and then you say, all these people are evil. All these people are bad. They're like subhuman. And I'm literally seeing that in different spaces. I know some of you agree with me. It's a very hard thing to talk about. Hi, Frying. I will pull a card for you. Are you new to the channel? Let me know a little more. I don't remember seeing your name before. And you must be a subscriber, I think, or you wouldn't have been able to comment. So this is very important, okay? It's very important if you are a spiritual person like Frying. I'm gonna talk to you and talk to Gregory, and there's some other folks here that haven't commented yet. It's very important for you to be astute, right? Astute and use your mind, but also your spiritual being, and see when you're being taught to hate. So it feels really good to like uplift the group you're in, right? So as a Black woman, or say I was Indian, I'd be talking up, oh, we're so much better, we're this, we're that. But then I pick another group that may indeed be a group that is harmed, like if you're Jewish and then Muslim, and then there's conflict, but then you take your group is like the best group in the world. The other groups are inferior. And this is what humans are doing and continuing to do as we continue to destroy each other. Let me know if you can see this. Let me know if you can see this. I mean, it's really, it's like a chess game being played. People are and things are being moved into place. And the folks who are the power brokers, I think are stoking a lot of hatred that then allows, like I said, allows all of you to be manipulated. And I think a lot of my viewers are more sophisticated and more aware, but maybe some who just to think about that, what I'm saying, because when you elevate any group to the point where this other group becomes lesser in relation, you're doing exactly what, and I always hate to go to like Hitler, like let's find a gentler example, but you're doing what any dictator, despot, I just like that word, not even sure I'm pronouncing it right, like they do, right? You make one group, and, you know, certainly people of African descent have suffered, enslavement, but throughout history, there's also will be different groups, within Asia. There are certain Asians that are looked down upon by these other Asians who think they're higher. And like, for instance, I know like Tibetans are, sometimes looked down upon by Chinese, whether culturally or whether government, and it filters down. So around the world, guys, this interhuman hatred is a real, it's a disease. It's like a mental, yeah, it's really sad. And I say that as someone who, yeah, I think has been around, I think many of us have had multiple lives. I actually definitely believe that I don't know if any of you watch NDEs, near death experiences, but I do believe, suddenly you're here as a kid, you suddenly have awareness, you're like, remember things, and then you die. It's like, again, where do you go? And then like you're in life again. So I think that reincarnation makes a lot of sense to me. It explains a lot of things. Or it could be something that we can't even explain. But let me look at your comments now. So Frying Zine, have you been here? Oh, you're from Nigeria. Wait, Nigeria from Chicago. You're Nigerian, but you're in Chicago? Hello. It's folks type so fast. Welcome, welcome. Really, you're welcome. Greetings. Okay, I love that. Nigeria from Chicago here. Okay, so yeah, you're Nigerian. Awesome. Officially. I don't even know why I said officially. I thought one of the comments said officially. Yeah, Nigerian descent mostly. mostly, coming through the Caribbean. Sorry, guys, I've got to move something that doesn't want to be moved. Could you move? Okay, there. Um, yeah, Nigerian, right? Peoples brought to the Caribbean and then into the US. Um, but yeah, I want to say like 90% Nigerian. No, yeah, it was a high percent. So welcome. All right, I'm going to do a draw for you. But again, I established the theme, and the question that I'm going to draw on is how to deal with the craziness that's going on right now. Again, around you. You may have a stable job, you may be in a stable relationship, your kids may be doing great, but there's still chaos going around. It may not be hitting you like most of the people I know are perfectly fine in the US. Nothing is directly affecting them. Um, but again, we're all, as spiritual beings, as energetic beings, we're all, I'm just going to call it like a cosmic soup. So I'm going to pull for frying. SZN now, what do they need to know? I'm going to pull one card and then I may do some more. Let's see, because often there's a theme. So let's see. Okay. And I'm doing it digitally because I don't have the card. So, okay. Very interesting. Ah, wow. So this card, this says that you might be dealing frying. It's easier to just call that. You got the 5 of Pentacles. So again, because it's digital, I did it like in a digital way. I can't hold it up, but the 5 of Pentacles is a card that often points to, and you'll tell me right away if this is right or wrong. But there are definitely issues for you around feeling a bit unsupported. It typically is a card of feeling poverty. Okay, I'm just going to tell you. Okay, so 5 of Pentacles. It it shows people outside a church, typically in the cold, looking a bit like, it's dramatic, okay? It doesn't mean that you're literally out in the cold. One doesn't have shoes on, their foot is wrapped. They have a cloak drawn over them, but it's symbolic of they're outside of a church. And so the message is, it has this quality of, there's help, there's hope, and there's help, but they're not able to take it. It doesn't necessarily mean like, okay, you got to go for religious help, but it means, like I said, usually money can be money difficulties, feeling unsupported, um, and just almost like a sense of maybe a little bit of hopelessness, but usually around finances. But the pentacles can also be issues with, well, home, certainly, place, yeah, financial burdens. Let me know if that's true. It seems to be saying that's something you're dealing with. So if it is, the advice, it's just one single card, but the advice is, again, do turn to spirit, whatever your religion, or even if it's no religion. I mean, again, I know people who are like, they don't have a specific religion, but they're like humanists, meaning they believe in the goodness, being a good person and not doing anything to harm others the way you would, wouldn't want it done to you. So there's some sense, frying, that you need to turn to like spiritual solace, whether prayer, meditation, speaking to someone, but there's a need to get sort of a little support, like a little upliftment, and you may be dealing with financial issues. Let me know, and if you let me know more, I might go ahead and pull some more. But yeah, it is a card. It's not a great card, but again, when I read for people, um it's like, how can you help yourself and what's the issue? So it's not like, oh, you're going to be impoverished. No. It's like now, the issue is happening around you, but again, it's always giving the solution. Like whenever I read for someone, it's always to empower them. So let's see. Still waiting for frying. See, that's sometimes I don't do readings for folks who I don't know because they sometimes disappear, and it actually takes energy for someone to tune in. It takes psychic energy. And so, frying, if you're still here, let me know. like clap back at me about that. Ah, okay. Oh, that's great, Gregory. So this is a reinvention. What you're doing now, I think what you mentioned last week, the CNA, that is a new career? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying you've got to still like be in your own boat and row your own boat, right? Right. The waves coming and you're like, all right, I just got to navigate my boat. So totally. That's great though. So you did reinvent yourself with it's new, right? Because I remember, yeah, you were wrapping up school, I think. That sticks with me because I was a teacher. So I always like school. I'm like, school, is there a bell? Is class over? Okay. So frying, let me know. Still waiting for you. Yeah, and I did set the chat to subscriber only. So frying might have come in, said, "Oh, I want a reading," and then disappeared. So we'll wait and see. Because I don't want to go on to somebody else and then go back. I won't go backwards because it's like I clear it and then I'm going to go forward. But let me look at your comments. Hello from Belgium. I'm so sorry I can't put your comment up. So it looks like is it Kid Torna? Kid Tornado? Key Tornado? It looks like Kid Tornado. That's fabulous. You're in Belgium. I have never been to Belgium. I have never been. I would really like to try some Belgian chocolate though. It's probably good. I haven't been to Belgium because I do have a sweet tooth and I would just leave there probably a good 10 pounds fatter. I'm not kidding. I can eat, you guys know, like not a regular candy bar, but like, the big candy bars, like if nobody stops me, those big size candy bars that have rows, I could eat that. Like I could just, while I couldn't eat like, well, yeah, like a cake, I couldn't eat like a whole cake, but like if it's chocolate, just put it in front of me, it's gone. So I'm waiting to see if the card, okay. So I'm going to remember because I will not pull for somebody again if they pop in and then just leave after asking for a reading. And that's also, you guys know, I kept saying I don't sometimes like to do the readings because I feel like it not cheapens the channel, but it attracts people who just fly in and fly out. And that was what a guy who was looking at my channel at Yoga Bliss Dance, and he looked quickly. He's like a YouTube expert, and he goes, "Yeah, the people who come for meditation are going to be different people than the people who are like, oh, she did a reading. Like, what is it? They just want to come in, get something, and go. And that's not really what I'm here for. So I'm doing great. You try to do the spiritual. What do you mean?" So Good Tornado says, "I try to do the spiritual." Tell me more. What do you mean by that? Um, yeah, Gregory, you're gay. Yeah, actually, I don't mind because this is a slightly different question. Let's see. For you. Yeah, chocoholic, exactly. Oh, totally. All right, let's go. Um, Kid Tornado, tell me what you mean by you try to do the spiritual. What does that mean? What does that mean? All right, so Gregory, for you, hopefully you won't get that same card because the Five of Pentacles is a card of the person's and is kind of not in a good place, like emotionally and, you know, financially. It's just like, it's like struggle. It's a struggle card. So let's wipe that clean and for Gregory, in terms of dealing with the crazy, interesting. Okay, nope. And then I'm gonna go. Like I said, I have to pull it digitally, so I have to shuffle. I'm gonna shuffle and I have to one card and tune in. Okay. To deal with the crazy. Okay, Greg, it's coming up. Interesting. Okay, Gregory, you got Eight of Pentacles reversed. Funny enough, like you said, you've retooled because the Eight of Pentacles shows a guy typically, like in the classic card, and they're working on this like pentacle, this coin. So it very much has to do with working on your career. So that's interesting. You pulled it reversed. So let me just think about that. It's not a card that comes up a lot. And I'm also going to just, what is my sense of it? My sense of it might be to step back a little bit from the focus on the work, or the focus exclusively on the work might be shifting. because there are different ways you can read any tarot card. But like I said, what you got, if you want to look it up, you got the Eight of Pentacles, but reversed. And so I would read that intuitively as, yeah, there's some sort of shifting of the focus that you've had on your work and your career, because it shows he's been doing, like, you see all the pentacles, which are like these coins, all around him that he's made. So it's about having invested in your work, but reversed, I'd say maybe you're shifting a little bit from being so hyper focused on work and career. That's what I would say, Gregory. Let me know how that hits you this particular week. Greg, I was just reading your first comment. Frying, SZN. Did you ever hear the card that I pulled for you? Okay, see, they're gone. Guys, I'm so sorry. This is like very frustrating when you have a YouTube channel and you do anything like readings. Um, and folks like pop in, but then they pop right back out. And I'm sorry if you can't comment, you have to be a subscriber. That was a way kind of to prevent that, but you have to be a subscriber for, I'm not going to tell you how many minutes. I might have already said it. I might have already said it, but you have to be for a certain amount of minutes. Yeah, Gregory, how does that hit you, that card, the Eight of Pentacles? So it's not a bad card at all. Like I said, it really shows a man who's hyper focused on his work and his career. Is typically how it's read. If there were other cards, it could be like physical health, it could be, housing situation, but it's building some sort of stability in the world. And so reversed, I'd say, there, like I said, you're sort of shifting back from that, just focusing on your work and your career. Maybe now as you're, like you said, as you're reinventing, maybe you start to feel more settled with that and you can turn your attention to something else. Let me, yeah, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. Oh, you are a workaholic. Okay. So yeah, then that would be that's funny you say that, because I think that is one of the meanings of the card, um, especially when upright. Because that's all and he's like outside of the town and his head is down and he's like hammering. Um, yeah, so that might be shifting, Gregory, which is interesting. That might definitely be shifting for you. If you'd like it to, you can allow it to shift. That seems to be, again, with the question being how to deal with the craziness of the times happening around you. So, yeah, 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 yeah. Let me read some more comments. But yeah, Gregory, I mean, well, I don't think any of us, actually, we were being warned and hinted at that something was going to happen, I believe, yeah, with Iran. Hey, if you're just joining, I was pulling a single card and may go further on what, if you request a card draw, what would help you to deal with the craziness of the times, the economic, political, and sort of psychic energies of the time? What would help you as a person to cope best? So I just pulled for Gregory and he got the Eight of Pentacles. And he says, yes, he's a workaholic. And that card upright is the work. It can definitely be like, there's one other card, the Ten of Pentacles, is not Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Wands is also a card of a workaholic. The man is literally like carrying these like big sticks and he's bent over and he can't even look up because he's so burdened. That's a workaholic card. But yeah, I would say the Eight of Pentacles could also very much be a workaholic card. So you got it reversed though. So there's some sort of shift happening. Yeah. Hey, if you're just joining, say hi. If you're just entering the room, I think so. Yeah. What I will do, I'm just going to do a general for the um, viewers in the future. Here we go. And I do have to get the book because this is still a new deck for me, guys. I just got it since I'm traveling. Oh, and I do want to update you guys. Those of you who are really into my channel, hello, LA to New York. Folks, when you make your names, it's so cute because well, it's partly YouTube's fault, right? The letters run together. So I'm not sure if this is LA to New York, I think it is. and then Allen, but it could also be Latin. It could be read as Latin Yallen, but I think it's LA to NY. I'm not sure. Hello, welcome. Please subscribe if you haven't, especially those of you watching from the future. I've been saying YouTube is the AI unsubscribes people, and I've heard other people say that, and I'm like, oh, come on, right? But I've been watching my channel for a while do this that goes to the exact same number, which is weird. It'll gain and then they'll drop it back down. Something's going on. So do check that you are subscribed if you want to be. I talk about teaching meditation for stress and for spiritual growth. I think a lot of you are stressed and don't know it. I am an empath. Okay. That's what I was going to say. I was going to talk a little bit about not boundaries per se, but protecting ourselves. So I spent some time with someone, an acquaintance, and they mentioned they had a certain physical symptom. And I listened, and we were in close quarters. Um, I listened to them, and don't you know, after I left them, Gregory probably knows where I'm going. After I left them, I got the same symptom, like strongly. It wasn't even just like a little. So, say they said, they had headache or this part of their head. It was something like that. It was a physical symptom. And after I left them, one, I felt stressed in their company. So, always listen to your intuition on that. That's something I really talk about a lot. Listen to your inner voice. I felt, I definitely felt this discomfort. I did not feel at ease. Came back home to where I'm staying and had the exact symptom they were telling me that they suffer from and had suffered from for months, quite seriously. And don't you know, as I felt it and I says, you know what, this is not me, like not me. It's this, I'm picking this up because I'm very open in terms of boundaries. And it went away. So it was, I get this random symptom, you guys, really pretty intense, like physical symptom. Actually, it was like muscular pain in a very specific part of my body that they had said they had and had had for months, and found out why they had it. And they were getting it under control, and I left them and had that symptom. Okay. So some of you may not even know you have that, but I am it's like a physical empath. Like if I spend time with someone and they have an issue, I can end up feeling that issue, and it's really unpleasant. Okay. So I think folks pass through because I'm just going to say LA to New York. And hey, I'm glad you're here. But someone else had said something, and I asked them a question and they never replied. Yeah, Gregory Boole, I don't really understand your thing. You said, I find it so difficult that so many people voted for this person. Okay. And now the same people are dissing this person. Isn't that maybe they're coming to their senses? I mean, you shouldn't hold I think it's actually very brave to change your mind when you realize that you might have made a mistake or something is different than you thought. So yeah, just my opinion on that. I'm not quite sure what you were saying with that, but I guess they're now dissing the person, right? But you're saying they brought them in, right? And they supported them. Yeah, totally. So Frying, who's from Nigeria from Chicago here, disappeared. I pulled a card and didn't hear from them. LA. So, and I can't see, your picture is so small. Everybody's picture is so small. It's really, really hard to kind of see them. Your picture is it's like a speck on my computer screen. So I'm going to pull for a general theme, but also, so yeah, really quickly, I did want to share, and I should have shared it earlier, but for the replay folks, especially, and the majority of people watch my Sunday lives on the replay. So yeah, I am still in the UK, as evidenced by this William Morris furniture. I think he designed furniture too, but wallpaper, very intricate. Makes me think of Victorian, but I think he came after. But anyway, it's just very sort of curly Q, curvilinear. That's it. That's my art word, curvilinear. So yeah, still in the UK, but in about a month, I will be going to a new country. I had teased that before. Oh, hey, Latanya. So it can be read that way. Exactly. I apologize because if I just look at it, because, the way YouTube doesn't really allow you to have caps. So yeah, so I was like, oh, LA to, and then it's like NY. I was like, oh, and then it could be Allen 201, but it's Latanya. Okay. Hi, Latanya. Um, yeah, they should allow, especially when you're making the name, right? You should be able to capitalize it so folks can I know, it's crazy. So I'm going to pull for what the theme right is now for those who are interested in terms of how can you deal with the craziness that's going on around you and still thrive. And I'm just picturing a bunch of people now. Okay. Wow. Okay. Got a beautiful card. Rejuvenation. Check this out. Rejuvenation. It says plant, but it's not a specific plant. And then green tourmaline. So often it'll give a crystal. So green tourmaline is suggested. The number is 23. And plant. So let me read that to you. Let me read that. Okay, hold on. Rejuvenation, right? So right away, rejuvenation, I think, make new again, right? Refresh something, sort of clean something, make it purer, better, healthier, whatever, back to life, right? Rejuvenate. Okay, so I like that. This card has made its way across your path. And so it's the perfect time for you to stop. Okay. To stop, rejuvenate, and give back to yourself. Okay. If you're watching this, this is the message for this live. We live in a crazy, fast-paced world. And what did I say the theme was? You can't make this up. I'm going to hold it up. Can you see where it says crazy? It says crazy, right? And the video is literally titled, How Are You Dealing with This Crazy? See, that's what I mean. Many people be like, oh, yeah, whatever. That's a common word. But no, that was my intention. So you're being told to work on your rejuvenation. So again, we live in a fast-paced, crazy world, and it's very easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life. Yes. To achieve balance and well-being, Gregory said he's a workaholic. Many of us in the US, hustle culture is prized. You're not rewarded necessarily if you hustle. Not anymore. But you are respected because you're busy, busy, busy. Like that's our thing. I would always, oh, I'm busy. I'm busy. You call your friends, oh, I'm so busy. Busy is like a badge of honor. There are countries where people don't want to say they're busy, right? That's not considered good, but not in the US. All right. So to achieve balance, okay, take note and well-being, it is important to slow down and create more experiences that nourish your mind, body, and soul. Wow, that's really beautiful. So again, the theme for this live, okay, Sunday, March 1st is rejuvenation. And then they ask, I like this deck because it asks questions. So she says, I think it's a woman who wrote it and the art is by a guy. Have you been feeling flat or burnt out and lacking in energy? Oops. Sorry, guys, a plug just got unplugged. Have you been feeling flat, burnt out, lacking in energy? Are you confused and have no direction? Okay, so these are different things you might be feeling if you're watching this. Is depression and anxiety overcoming you? Do you feel like the world is getting you down? What was the name of the video? Again. How are you dealing with this crazy? It says here, do you feel like the world is getting you down? Well, it's time to rejuvenate and set yourself free from your current burdens to create some time and space for yourself. All right, so let me read it and then I'll kind of give you, as I said, this is what the card looks like here. And I don't know if you can quite see it. It's like green tourmaline crystals by the root of a tree. Very shamanic, very sort of spirit type deck. Do things that make you feel renewed, such as going on a holiday that you've been thinking about. Maybe take that weekend off, or even Oh my gosh, or even just have a weekend away in nature. I didn't know I was going to say that. Perhaps you could gift yourself a healing, relaxing bath and massage, or like a spa thing. Maybe do like steam and a cold plunge. I'm getting for someone actually would be very healing. That hot, cold. Maybe even your gym has this, so it doesn't have to be this super expensive thing. If you have a good gym, they often, maybe they have a sauna. It's very, very healing, very rejuvenative. So do that, and to clear your energy and bring balance and rejuvenation, whatever it is that creates this space, make sure you give it to yourself or you will burn out and be no good to anyone, especially yourself. Okay, so we're being warned about burnout here, and I've suffered from burnout. So this is, to me, this is very serious. It's time for you to renew your energy so you can live a life of well being and balance. Enjoy this sacred time for you. Okay. And the medicine, it just is plant, like generic plant. So it's more about the plant species, so the healing powers of plants. So for some of you, maybe there's an herb or a plant that's in your culture that's used a lot, or that you know of, or that you may encounter after watching this video. Someone may mention an herb to you, or something, maybe you've been thinking of working with a plant, or there's a plant, maybe you grow mint. Mint actually has healing um, properties. It has certain qualities, like it's good for the digestion. It's very cooling and calming. I don't know. I'm getting mint for someone. I'm just talking about plant medicine, and to look into that. There's a plant that can help you with your healing and your rejuvenation. So that's the message for this live. For any of you that watch it, any of you that catch it, that there is perhaps explore a need for rejuvenation for you, or maybe it's a loved one. Maybe you, having seen this, need to help a loved one. Maybe it's even your child. You're watching them almost burn out. I'm getting that there's someone who's also maybe been really pushing themselves for something related to school, maybe an exam or something. And as the parent watching this, you may now realize you need to kind of slow your child down a little bit, that they're about to push themselves into burnout. Okay. Greg says, I got the message. I work the day shift and I really am becoming disinterested in that shift. I prefer the evening shift. Ah, okay. Do what works best for you, though. It's funny. Typically, the evening shift can throw off your circadian rhythm. But again, I don't know you. I don't know if you really prefer the evening shift, because then you have the day to kind of do more stuff that you want. But yeah, yeah. Listen to your inner voice. That's always my message. All right, guys, it was great to be here. And it was energizing, because I was more, my energy was low before. And again, watch out for Sunday afternoon. Um, I will always do my live. I have some wonderful videos up that need some love. They're really, really helpful. Let me go and I'll tell you. I have a wonderful yoga video that talks about upper back tension, and not to confuse some of you, but it also has to do with immunity, because in the yoga tradition, if you start to feel tight in the upper middle part of your back, so in the upper back, but in the middle, kind of behind the center of the chest, that can mean you're getting sick. It's just an area where if there's tightness and congestion, something's not, circulating like it should. So I have a beautiful yoga class. 213 people have watched it so far. I also have a really new video that is about a breathing practice where you breathe really like fast. You might have heard of it. Sometimes it's called breath of fire. But I'm teaching the Kapalabhati version, which is skull shining breath. So it said it like shines your brain, meaning it really helps like clear your brain, clear your thinking. So check that out, guys. Kapalabhati, skull shining breath. And then I have the latest video is affirmations, which I think that starts with a slow build, but it is only for those of you who want a new job. So that's a limited number of people, right? So if you have a toxic job and you really want something new, it's a beautiful set of affirmations, and it's just 10 minutes. Because I truly believe if you're in a toxic job, like I was talking about, energy kind of clinging on to you. If you work in a toxic environment, energy can cling to you, and it's like you have to like get rid of it. when you walk out of that place, it's like you have to clear your energy, and the affirmations can help you do that. So check out that video as well. All right. I think those are the main ones for you to check out. And yeah. Yeah. Gosh, I'm seeing myself on YouTube, and the wallpaper just looks so, like, it looks really kind of drab. Um, but you were here just to hang out, get some information, get some energy. Latanya, I hope you're well, Latanya. You came in kind of midway. Um, so yeah, check out those videos, yoga, so working with the body, my mindful meridian method where we do acupressure points on ourselves. Like, did you guys know that the ears are related to the kidneys? And I actually had filmed a video massaging the ears and working to improve the kidney meridian energy. So I need to edit that video and put that up. So holistic health, wellness, and woo-woo are what I'm all about, because without your health, it's very hard to manifest, very hard to live the life that you desire. Gregory, glad you were here. Kid Tornado, glad you were here. These are just the folks who commented in the chat. Latanya, Frying, SCN was here. And who else? I think that was it who commented. I think those were, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think those were just the folks that commented. And like I said, it's a very busy time on YouTube, and there's some channels where we have overlapping viewership. But my replay folks, please comment, and I hope this serves you, my live crew. All right, be well, and watch the videos that suit whatever mood that you're in or what you kind of need. If you're tired, if you're low energy, some of my latest videos can absolutely snap you out of that. All right, much love. Bye for now. Oh, and so yeah, I'll be going probably to Albania in about a month. So I'll take you with me. Now, I'm not going to talk a lot about travel on this channel because it's not the theme of the channel. But if you are specific, this really is for women because these are going to be the topics. I'm going to put my new channel, just a second channel, and many folks do have it. It's called Quiet Broad Abroad. Please don't subscribe if you won't watch the videos, because then YouTube is like, oh, her subscribers don't like her videos. Hold on. Let me put this in here. So, yeah, I put it in the wrong place. This is if you're a woman over 50, 55, 60 and up, who you're either thinking of being an expat. You maybe want to slow travel abroad, whether that's Panama or France or Ghana, wherever and you're like, I'd say over 50. Also, tomorrow I'll be interviewing on that channel, Quiet Broad Abroad, I'll be interviewing a woman who checked out 4 countries before settling in, wait for it, Mexico. So we're going to talk about that, given everything going on in Mexico now. Promises to be a really good interview. I think we're filming it around 8:30 her time, which is it's 6 hours later my time. So check it out, though. If you can come live, it would be great. And she's wonderful. She's been in Mexico, and she helps men and women who just need a little support getting all their ducks in a row to move to Mexico. So check it out. She seems really cool. And I'll probably talk to her for about 45 minutes tomorrow on Quiet Broad Abroad channel, my other channel. All right. See you soon. Stay blissed and blessed this week. Remember to meditate. Remember to send loving kindness and prayers to all those who are currently suffering. In fact, I'm going to end with that right now. Just take a deep breath in with me and out. Again, this channel is for spiritual people. So you have no problems, especially with the support, to just stop for a moment. And if there's a particular group of people, whether in Africa, whether in South America, whether in your home country somewhere, whether in a city somewhere that you know are suffering, just sending prayers to them right now with me. Whether it's world hunger, whether it's battered women, whether it's abused children, just saying a prayer now for them. Let's do that together. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Those of you who did do that with me, remember it all comes back to you. All right. Bye for now. Yeah, see you. Bye-bye. There we go. All right. Yeah. And